Hello everybody and welcome back to another Boston Celtics video here on the New England Sports Nation YouTube channel here on YouTube. Welcome back to another Boston Celtics video, and wow, that was something I did not expect tonight. Well, actually last night, because I'm recording this video, as I'm recording this, it's 1 in the morning right now. I'm not even kidding. It is 1 in the morning right now as I'm recording this video. Why? It's because I just got finished watching an overtime playoff hockey game between the Edmonton Oilers and the Golden Knights. That was a crazy game. 1-0 in overtime. The game went from like 10 p.m. to like 1 a.m. It was crazy. So that's why it's very late. So I'm going to try to make this video kind of quick because I want to go to bed. But like I said a couple videos ago, I'm doing a Boston sports video for any Boston team after every playoff game, whichever the Boston team may be. Right now, it's the Boston Celtics. And the Boston Celtics have forced a Game 6 going back to New York. The Boston Celtics win by 25. They win 127-102, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure that was the score. And in yesterday's video, after the game, not the Tatum injury video, the video before that, the Boston Celtics video before that, I said the only way for the Celtics is to do the impossible and win 3 in a row is that everybody has to step up. Well, that was the case tonight. Because, my goodness, everyone stepped up for Jason Tatum tonight. I'll list it. Jaylen Brown, amazing game. Derek White, amazing game. Derek White dropped over 30 points. That's something Tatum would do. In my opinion, once a player hits 30 points, that's Tatum level. If you get 30 points or more in a game, that's a Tatum game right there. Peyton Pritchard, decent game, gets like 15 points. He made like 5 threes. He missed quite a bit. He missed like 9, but still made 5 threes, so that's still pretty good. I'm not going to be harsh missing 9 threes when you make 5. So still a good game for Pritchard. And Luke Cornett. What the heck? He did something I've never seen before in my life. This man is a third-string center. Because our top guy was Porzingis. He's not... I know he has... I think like a breathing issue. He's okay. Like, he can breathe, but it's like a... What do they call it? A respiratory issue? I think that's the right word. I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure that's, if I remember the word correctly, I think that's what it is. So hopefully he recovers as soon as possible. But I mean, his shooting percentage, I'm not trying to be crazy harsh on him because of what he's going through right now, because it's a lot that he's going through. So I'm not going to be harsh, but if you watch him play, he is not doing a lot. And a lot of people are talking about trading him. Even I was talking about that, and because he is definitely not playing at his full potential. Like, I know he's dealing with this stuff, but I think he has a little bit more in the tank he can, show for Boston, which he has not been doing. Because, you don't want to push him too hard when he's in this situation. I completely understand. But I've never seen him play. Like, if you look at his stats in this playoff series, it is not great at all. It's probably the worst. You've probably seen him in his career, I would say. I've never seen him play like this in his career. Not just for the Boston Celtics, but when he was on the New York Knicks back in the day. But Porzingis was our top guy. Al Horford was our backup because he's about to retire. And Luke Cornett, our third string, he blocks 7 shots. Yeah, that's real. That is a real stat that a third-string center just got. Yes. Luke Cornett had 7 blocks tonight. 7 blocks. I have never seen an NBA player on any team in my life do that until tonight, and it was a third-string center. Wow. This is exactly the Celtics need. This is exactly what the Celtics need to win this series. This is what they need. I said this was the only way the Celtics were going to do this. Well, they did it tonight. and they play Friday. They do that in New York, we go to Game 7 for Boston. And not to mention, this was the most points the Celtics scored offensively this whole series. And this was the first game without Jason Tatum. And the announcer, I'm pretty sure it was Kevin Harlan tonight, someone said that the Celtics record, and I forgot about this record that the Celtics had without Jason Tatum, because Jason Tatum has played so many games that I forgot about this record. The Boston Celtics, playoffs and regular season combined, I'm pretty sure it's playoff and regular season combined, the Celtics are now 10 wins and 2 losses without Jason Tatum. I did not know that going into tonight's game, because Jason Tatum has played in so many games of his career. He never usually misses a game in the regular season or playoffs. So I just completely forgot about that record until it was spoken tonight when the Celtics dominated the New York Knicks tonight. Yes, Jalen Brunson got fouled out with 7 minutes left to go in the game, so he got fouled out for the last 7 minutes of the game, which was big for the Celtics because Jalen Brunson is obviously the Knicks' top guy on the floor. And also, Karl-Anthony Towns was in foul trouble. He had like 4 or 5 fouls on the day, and he was not playing a great game today. Overall, the Knicks were just not playing great. And everyone on the Celtics stepped up for Jason Tatum. And that's exactly what this team needs to do the impossible, a.k.a. win this series. Because instead of winning 3 in a row, it's now winning 2 in a row. You do the same thing you did tonight in New York on Friday, and you're going to Game 7, winner take all in Boston. So, all the Celtics have to do, just do that again on Friday for Game 6, and you're going to a winner-take-all Game 7 in Boston. And with this Celtics win, it's just one game, but that gives me, I don't know if it gives you guys, I don't know if you guys feel this, but that gives me a lot of hope for the Celtics next year, because Tatum is not going to be ready to start the next season on Game 1 of the regular season next season. It's just not going to happen. I saw something on social media. I don't know if this is real or not, but I'm going to say it because it might be real. I don't know. But there was something on social media saying that Jason Tatum's dad said something saying that Tatum's recovery is going to be 8 to 9 months long. And if that turns out to be true, then that'd probably be around the same time. Let me count here because it's late. June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. So January or February 2026. That would be the same. That would be pretty much the same exact time that Kyrie is supposed to return to the Mavericks after when he has a torn ACL. I'm pretty something wrong with his ACL that he injured back in the regular season of this year. And players after Kyrie. I mean, players to all the injuries. There has been so many injuries in the NBA players. You're talking about Tatum, Kyrie Irving, Stephen Curry. That's why the Warriors just went home. Because once Curry was injured for the rest of the series, the Warriors had nothing in the tank. So the Warriors are now out. The Timberwolves are now the first team to advance to the Western Conference Finals. They're waiting for the winner between the Nuggets and the Thunder. The Pacers are also waiting for the winner between the Celtics and the Knicks, because the Pacers, I don't know what happened to the Cavaliers. I might have to make a separate video on the Cavaliers because I have no idea. I mean, I know Donovan Mitchell was hurt. But he played anyway, but he kind of blew the game at the end. He had like 3 free throws, and I think he missed all 3. So that really sucks, yeah. Cavs had the same record as the Celtics last year when the Celtics won the NBA Finals, and the Cavs lost 4 games to 1 in the second round, a.k.a. the Eastern Conference semifinals. So, yeah, I don't know what happened. I might make a separate video on that. I'm planning on doing that because, honestly, that was crazy. I never would have thought. I mean, dude, the Pacers, back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals. We'll see if they could win a game in the Eastern Conference Finals this year because, as you all remember, Celtics fans, we swept them 4-0 last year in the Eastern Conference Finals. So, hopefully the Celtics can get there, and we just got closer to a Celtics-Pacers Eastern Conference Finals, but the Celtics still have to win 2 in a row, so I'm not trying to get ahead of myself. But I'll tell you what, I was anticipated for the Celtics to get eliminated tonight because, and the reason why I say that, it's not only because of the Tatum injury, that's half of it. The other half is just because nobody was stepping up. every game, most of the games in the playoffs so far this year, when Tatum was playing before the Achilles injury, nobody stepped up. And the first game after the injury, everybody, pretty much everybody on the Celtics, whoever was on the floor, stepped up their game. And this win, for every win the Celtics get for the rest of the playoffs, if how many are left for the Celtics in the playoffs this year, it is for Jason Tatum. It is for Jason Tatum. This game was all for Jason Tatum. And I'm pretty sure he was watching the game. Because he wasn't there, obviously, because he's still back in New York, in the hospital after the surgery. So I'm pretty sure he was watching the game. And honestly, that was... I don't know if I want to say that was the best Celtics game of the playoffs so far. It might very well be the best game. I just can't think when it's 1 in the morning right now when I'm trying to record a video. Honestly, I can't believe my eyes are open right now. But, yeah. I wasn't expecting this. I don't know if you guys were expecting this, because I saw some people on social media saying, still believe Celtics in 7, which, I want it to happen. It's just like, when that Tatum injury first happened and no one was stepping up, I was like, wow. That's why I titled the after the last game, the Celtics season is over. Well, if the Celtics somehow miraculously come back and the Celtics win in 7, I'm not going to delete that video. I'll still keep it because I already recorded it, so it would be a waste if I deleted it. I'm not going to change the title because I just don't really feel like going back to that video and changing everything. So I'll just keep it the way it is, however this series ends up being. And honestly, if the Celtics come back, that wouldn't even matter. And honestly, you could tell me I jinxed it in a good way, because I don't want the Celtics season to be over, obviously. No Celtics fan wants the season to be over. Wait, guys, and I'm pretty sure I'm right here. When we all first saw that Tatum injury, the first thing that came to every Celtics fan's mind, I know that everyone's mind first said, this season's over. That's why I titled that video, "This season's over," because I'm going to say this for the final time. There was no signs of anyone stepping up, and then that happens to Tatum. But this game, everyone stepped up. And I said that in the video titled, "The Boston Celtics season is over." I said the only way for the Boston Celtics to win this series and win 3 in a row, they've already got 1, so now it's 2 in a row. Everyone has to step up on the floor. That's what they did tonight. They have to do that in New York and go to Game 7 for Boston and do it one more time to play the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals again. That's what has to happen. If that's the one thing you don't do, then the Knicks are going to move on to the Eastern Conference Finals. But the Celtics, everyone stepped up tonight. Kornet got 7 blocks. That was never on my bingo card. That's on nobody's bingo card. You never see a player with 7 blocks. Not even Wembanyama has done that in his career yet. I don't know the career high blocks in a game Wemby has had, but I don't think it's 7. I don't think it's 7. I think that might be a record in the NBA. I don't know. I haven't done any research on that, but I don't ever recall seeing an NBA player this year getting more than 7 blocks in a game. It's hard to just get 1, let alone 7. Luke Kornet put up a touchdown of blocks today. When do you ever see that stat in the NBA? Crazy. He's a 3rd string too, matter of fact. That's crazy. I'm pretty sure the Celtics will have the same starting 5 as they did today. The starting 5 was Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, Porzingis. Who was the other one? I don't think it was Pritchard, was it? I don't think so. I'm forgetting the last one. Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Porzingis, Horford. I'm forgetting the last guy. I'm sorry. It's so late right now. But I'm pretty sure they're going to keep that starting five. Even though that Porzingis is not playing great, obviously, that we've seen, I still think he's going to be in the starting five. But I think Luke Kornet will get a lot more minutes for Game 6 just because of what happened today. I mean, how can you not give him more minutes after that? I'm not going to say he's going to be a starter. I don't think he's going to be a starter for Game 6. But I think he will come into the game and get more minutes. And he was in the game for quite a bit of time, too, this game already. So, and then he does that. So, I think he's going to get even more minutes. We'll see what Joe Mazzulla does, though, for Game 6. So, we'll see what happens on Friday. Like I said, if the Celtics want to get to the Eastern Conference Finals again, everyone's got to step up for Game 6. And if you do that, you go to Game 7 in Boston, and you got to do it one more time in Boston. So, I think that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, one more thing before I end the video. Remember when I said that Jaylen Brown had to be a leader of this team? Well, he finally got the job done. I said if he's not a leader, I think we move on from him in the offseason. Well, guess what? He just proved to the Celtics that he wants to stay in Boston. Well, obviously, I don't know exactly what he's thinking, but in my world, I said it's either you be a leader or we're going to move on. He decided to be a leader. He drops, I think he had 26 points today. He had like 8 rebounds and 7 assists. He was like 5 for 7 to start the game. I think he shot like 65% from the field and like, I think around 50% for 3-point shooting, if I remember the stats correctly. So he had a great game. Derek White drops 32 points. Like I said, Pritchard had 15. Kornet had 7 blocks. Everyone stepped up. Everyone that I saw in that game tonight. Do that in Game 6. Do the same thing you did do the same thing you did tonight for Game 5. Do that in New York for Game 6. You go to Game 7 in Boston. You do it again in Game 7 in Boston, and you move on to play the Indianapolis Pacers once again in the Eastern Conference Finals for back-to-back years. That's the goal for the Celtics. We're 2 wins away from it. We still gotta get 2 more. Celtics got the first game out of 3. 2 more remaining. Can the Celtics do it? Everyone's got to step up, just like tonight. Do that Friday, and then do it Monday. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.